Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
McDonald's announced the McRib will be making its return on December 3rd. It will only be around for a limited time, as will many of the unhealthy customers waiting for it. Giraffes may go on the endangered species list. I never liked giraffes. They're always looking down on us. 2 former drummers for the Bee Gees died within 4 days of each other. For more details, watch This Is Spinal Tap.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in Monday for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
It is time to give somebody tickets to see Lou Gramm at the Kirby tomorrow night. We are playing classic rock video game. Lou Gramm and the Badleys tomorrow at the Kirby. You got to know this song. It's doable. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's find out. We'll go to the rock lines and look for somebody who knows what that is. Rock 107, do you know today's classic rock video game song?
Yes. Is it Sultans of Swing?
It is, absolutely. Yeah. Who's this?
This is Jerry.
Jerry, where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Wilkes-Barre.
How's the snow this morning?
It's not too bad. It's coming down a little light, but the roads are clear.
All right, good news in Wilkes-Barre and good news for you. You're going to see Lou Gramm tomorrow night at the Kirby from Rock 107.
Excellent. Thank you.
The classic rock video game song, The Way It Should Be Heard. Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing, your rock stocking station, Rock 107. Northeast PA's Classic Rock, Rock 107. I'm Prospector, and it's time for another Prospector prank call. I got an email from Scott who says, hey, Prospector, I manage a coffee shop, and I listen all the time on my way into work, and whenever I get the chance after that, could you prank one of my employees? I'm there most of the mornings after 6, so if you could just call in the morning and get one of the girls on and prank her with something, that'd be awesome. What do you think? Scott, I think I got the prank. How about I call and tell them that I think almond milk's a fake? It's a hoax. And they use it to charge the customers more for their drinks. Yeah, it's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
This is Rachel speaking.
Yeah, hi, Rachel. This is Rick. I wanted to come down. Are you guys busy right now?
Just a little. Can I help you with something?
Well, I wanted to come down to get a latte, and I wanted to know what milks you guys have.
We have a variety of milks. We have whole milk, non-fat milk, and we have soy and almond.
What was that last one?
Almond.
Almond. See, is almond milk supposed to be better for you?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Is there something wrong?
Well, it's not really a thing, right? I mean, almond milk is a fake thing, right?
No, sir, it is a real thing.
Well, how do you know that?
I mean, it's almond milk. People use almond milk all the time.
I know they're using it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying almond milk is fake milk, right? Like it's some...
No.
It's manufactured out of some chemical or something, right?
No, you can buy it from the store anywhere. It's mostly used at coffee shops, too.
Yeah, I know, but I can buy, like, creamer at a store that's hydrogenated fat and sugar and all that. That's not real cream. You know what I mean? That's my point. I don't believe almond milk really exists. I keep hearing all these places say they have it. How do you prove it's authentic?
I mean, I don't have a way of proving it
right.
that it's authentic, but...
Okay, well, I know you use it and you sell it. I understand that. But have you ever seen milk come from an almond?
No, I haven't.
I mean, you've eaten almonds, right? Everybody's had an almond, right?
Yes, I eat almonds, yes.
Okay, when you cut an almond open, does milk spill out?
No, it doesn't.
Right, no, it doesn't. So how do you get milk from an almond?
I mean, I don't really know. Is there a reason why you're asking about almond milk?
Well, I just think it's a scam. I think you're probably just using regular milk and you're telling people it's almond milk so they can charge them more money.
Okay, would you like to talk to the manager?
I thought I was talking to the manager.
No, I did not say I was the manager.
Okay, well, look, what I'd like you to do is stop pushing the almond milk hoax on everybody.
Okay, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Would you be willing to admit almond milk is not real?
No, sir.
How do you know it's real? I mean, are they scamming you? You're part of the propaganda.
I'm not really sure why you think it's real or not.
Right, so you're just going along with the whole hoax, right? Sheep, bah, bah. You don't know. Bah.
There's also Google. You can Google it.
Okay, so then have you seen an udder on an almond?
No, I haven't, sir. I'm sorry.
So where does the milk come from? Aren't you a little suspicious?
No.
They just said, oh, we got almond milk, and you're fine with it. Okay, whatever, sure.
Okay.
Because you're part of the hoax, right? Say it. Say almond milk is a hoax.
No, sir, I
okay,
have to
say
go.
this. Say, I'm on the radio, and this is a phone prank.
I'm on the radio, and this is a phone prank.
Yeah, there you go. Do you feel better?
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's not real. I'm Prospector. This is a Prospector prank call. You're on Rock 107 right now. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, gosh.
I know you're in a hurry. Your manager, Scott, said we could call you and mess with you. I just wanted to see if you'd admit that almonds don't have nipples and you can't get milk
Oh,
from
my
them.
gosh.
Yeah, I mean, you ever seen a nipple on an almond? How do you get the milk, right?
No.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A 97-year-old former cheerleader in Central Michigan got to relive her glory days. Her name's Ilugene Doring, and she helped form Merrill High School's first cheer team 80 years ago. The school's current cheerleaders surprised her at a retirement home, brought a uniform for her to put on. They planned to do a few simple cheers with her, but then she asked them to lift her up so she could fly again, and thankfully they did without any issues.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
ELO, Northeast PA's Classic Rock, Rock 107, as we deal with the slush and snow and rain from our first winter storm of the season. It's time for a visit from the epitome of masculinity, well, at least in his own mind.
Hey, Mr. Manly here with lesson number 629 in How to Be Manly. My absolute favorite holiday is coming up. Thanksgiving. Food, family, friends, and football. Man, I love it. Although this year I'll miss the traditional Thanksgiving dinner, but hopefully by day's end, I'll be able to have a drumstick and a slice of pumpkin pie. You see, the company I work for is a late entry in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and yours truly will be on top of the float. Since we're an undergarment company, I'll be lying in a huge woman's brassiere, similar to a hammock, with a slogan that reads, "We support all kinds." That means I had to go to New York this past week to learn what would be involved. There were classes and procedures to follow and tests the next day. The whole thing made me feel like I was in the military. As I was feeling like Tom Cruise from Top Gun, this woman came in looking very much like Kelly McGillis. In an authoritarian voice, she asked, "Which one of you has the float with women's underwear?" I cautiously raised my hand, and she took me off to an office and asked, "How would you manage to get an undergarment float in the parade?" She told me her company had tried for years to enter a float just like ours and was repeatedly denied. I said, "Since the float's in the shape of a brassiere, perhaps you sit in one cup while I'll sit in the other." She said yes and thanked me for the chance to finally strut her stuff in the parade. I said, "Let's go down and check out the float." I asked her why it was so important for her to be in the parade, and she told me she grew up in New York, always wanted to be in the parade, perhaps strutting around as a baton twirler, playing an instrument, or riding on a float. I thought I could give her more than that and do so in a manly manner. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, follow along in your manly manual, page number 629, and repeat after me. Number 1, strutting around as a twirler, huh? Come on over here and give this baton a twirl. Number 2, I like playing instruments. Tonight, you can be the instrument that I play. Number 3, hey, why not ride this? It's better than a float. Shortly after, as she struts over to you and beats your instrument with her baton, then rides your float by herself in the parade, you'll realize just what kind of man you really are. Until next time, this is Mr. Manly saying be manly and good day.
Did you ever see something in the stores and think, man, they are trying too hard to tie this into the holidays? It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Did you hear about this? Kit Kat is coming out with the Kit Kat Santa. Yeah, they're taking their classic candy bar and turning it into Santa Claus because nothing says holiday cheer like taking a beloved figure of generosity and turning him into a snack. First of all, I don't need Santa in my candy, okay? I already feel bad eating regular Kit Kats. You ever break one off and hear it snap? It's like the candy bar's begging you not to. Please don't do this. Now they want me to eat Santa's face? How do I explain that to like a kid? Mommy, why is Santa in the stocking? Oh, honey, he's here to spread joy and diabetes. And they describe it like it's some high-end experience. Crispy wafers covered in Hershey's milk chocolate. Oh, so fancy. Yeah, because that's what I really need this Christmas, an artisanal Santa wafer, right? What's next, a Kit Kat reindeer with edible antlers? Also, Kit Kat, you're trying way too hard to be festive. Santa-shaped chocolate? What are you, competing with all those chocolate bunnies from Easter? It's like a holiday mascot showdown. I'm Santa, bringer of the gifts. I'm the bunny and I bring eggs. And Kit Kat's just like, we crispy, we snap. The stocking stuffer thing, too. Like, why does everyone assume candy is the perfect stocking stuffer? Stockings aren't designed for food, okay? You stuff candy in there, and by the time you pull it out, it's a melted blob of despair. You open it up, and it's like, what is this? Oh, Santa's now a puddle of sadness and regret. But look, they're only available for a limited time, so you probably should do what they want and rush to the store now, because nothing screams holiday panic like scrambling to buy chocolate Santas. Do you have any Kit Kat Santas left? My family's Christmas depends on it. Meanwhile, somewhere out there, the Easter Bunny is watching and thinking, they'll regret this. Oh, they'll see.
Pull your hair out, scream at the radio, punch the dashboard. Complaints should be addressed to loudmouth at rock107.com.
Hey, I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and here's what's got me jacked. I was reading a story in the Times Tribune the other day about Nardone Brothers Pizza going back to their old boxes. It seems they changed the packaging, and people were upset that the new box opened from the side rather than the top, and that the pizza inside was wrapped in plastic. And I guess that shows two things. People push back on change, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But here's what struck me. The Times Tribune article has this line. The new design required people to open one end of the box like a cereal box with flaps, then cut the plastic wrap to get to the pizza. Wrapped to preserve freshness, the box says. The box says? Oh, really? The box said that? What, it just leaned over and whispered, hey, keep me sealed, I'm fresh. Wrong. No, it didn't say anything. You know why? Because boxes don't talk. They don't possess the ability to speak, and a news story is not the place for unnecessary personification. Big deal. Everyone says that, Prospector. Well, you know what? Everyone's wrong, and I'm freaking sick of it. A few sentences later, the writer does it again, explaining a petition that helped change the boxes. The headline of the site said, bring back the open from the top box, Nardone. Are you kidding me? The headline doesn't say anything. It reads, it's a piece of text, not a drunk guy at karaoke. The correct phrasing would be the headline read, bring back the open from the top box. Or the box read, wrapped to preserve freshness. Why am I going off about this seemingly harmless faux pas? Because newspapers should know better. It's like going to a 5-star restaurant and the chef's like, yeah, I microwaved your steak. Deal with it. No, you're supposed to be better than this. If newspapers can't figure out basic grammar, what hope do the rest of us have? Next thing you know, people are going to be like, the crosswalk said don't walk. And I'll just be there screaming to the void, it doesn't say anything. It flashes. I think news organizations have to get things right, especially newspapers, which should be the gold standard for, I don't know, writing. I'm Prospector. I'm for the people. Who's with me? I gotta go crazy, man.
Ever see the crazy guy screaming at the wall outside the Times building?
Where does this rage come from, my son?
Tweet us with hashtag I found Prospector, and we'll come and get him. Prospector, mornings on Rock 107. Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yam Bag of the Week, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
How high do you have to be to hatch a scheme like this? 4 people in Los Angeles are facing insurance fraud charges after claiming a bear got into their 2010 Rolls-Royce and destroyed it. Now, I'm guessing they got the idea from YouTube because there are tons of videos of bears getting into and destroying cars. They claimed it happened in January during a trip to Lake Arrowhead, and they had security footage to back it up. But the footage is what did them in. Even though it's from a distance, you can tell it's obviously somebody in a bear costume. Yeah, officials launched an investigation called Operation Bear Claw. They looped in a biologist at the California Department of Wildlife who watched the video and told them it was very clearly a human being in a bear suit. The scratch marks in the car also looked weird and too evenly spaced. It turned out they used metal claws meant for shredding meat. Officials found the bear suit and the claws in one of the suspects' homes. As dumb as their plan was, it turns out they'd actually pulled it off twice with two other cars, both of which were Mercedeses. Together, the fraudulent claims netted them just over $140,000.
Nominee number 2.
A new bar has been set for the most stressful crime you could possibly commit. A 28-year-old man from South Korea was arrested at an airport in Peru the other day after trying to smuggle 320 tarantulas through security by strapping them to his body. 285 were babies packed in plastic tubes, but there were 35 full-grown tarantulas described as the size of a human hand. He had them stuffed in bags and belted to his torso. Security flagged him when they noticed his stomach seemed abnormally swollen. On top of the 320 tarantulas, he also had 110 centipedes strapped to his body and 9 bullet ants. Bullet ants are known for having the most painful sting of any insect. Authorities think he poached them from the Amazon with plans to resell them overseas. He was flying back to South Korea with a layover in France.
Nominee number 3.
The best part here is this guy didn't just get himself caught. A drug dealer in the United Kingdom got arrested after he left his bag of drugs on a train and then reported them missing. 30-year-old Jordan McKnight realized he'd left a bag of ketamine behind with a street value of around $50,000. So he and another dealer named Harley Hall tried to go back and get it, but the train was gone. That's when Jordan reported the bag missing, but didn't say what was in it. Turns out an employee had already found the drugs and called police. Cops tracked down Jordan, searched his phone, and found texts that showed Harley was involved, and they arrested him too. Then they kept digging and realized they'd been sneaking in drugs from Portugal and took down the entire drug ring. Jordan and Harley both got sentenced this month to 6 years in prison.
Nominee number 4.
It's not even Thanksgiving yet, and people are already pulling tasers on their family members?
A 61-year-old woman in Florida named Cheryl Hyatt was arrested last week during a domestic disturbance. She apparently flipped out when her daughter said she wanted to leave and live with her father. Cheryl's 90-year-old mother was also there at the time. Cheryl was so upset she pulled out a pink taser and a kitchen knife, pointed them both at her daughter and mother, and shouted, "I have a taser, I have pepper spray, who's first?" She also blocked the door to keep them from leaving, but the daughter eventually escaped through the garage, and the grandmother removed a barricade to get out through the front door. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
And the winner is
The drug dealer who left his bag of drugs on a train, then reported it missing. Way to give the cops a head start, huh? You're the Yam Bag of the Week. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107.